Hello, hello, Pizza Packs here, and we're back with foreign grab bag number 9. Let's see what we get. Okay. Ooh, Ixalan. I haven't had one of those in a little bit. Alright, so it looks like Chinese Theros, Chinese M15, German Eldritch Moon, French M15, Korean Eldritch Moon, another Chinese M15, French Ixalan, Japanese Hour of Devastation, leave, yep, like that. Spanish Theros, Japanese Journey into Nyx, French Theros, haven't had one of those yet, and Korean Eldritch Moon. Very nice. Right. So let's pull up Scryfall so we can figure out what these actually are. Now let's get cracking. No rivals of Ixalan this time, which is a little surprising. Let's start off with French Theros. Very light seal on these. Disciple of Phoenix. Let's see, 84. Yep, Disciple of Phoenix. When it enters the battlefield, target player reveals a number of cards equal to his or her, or from his or her hand equal to your devotion in black. You choose one of them. That player discards that card. This is Landon Bolower. Snarecaster. Landon Snarecaster. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see, 157. That is Fade into Antiquity. Exile target artifact or enchantment. As a sorcery. That's Aqua Form, I think? Vapor Form, maybe? Let's see, 39. That is Aqueous Form. Enchanted creature can't be blocked whenever enchanted creature attacks, scry 1. Actually, that's a good one. Sinister Eilidon definitely has Bestow, Death Touch, 1/1. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and Death Touch. 78. That is Baleful Eidolon. Let's see, 109. That is Viper's Kiss. Enchanted creature gets -1/-1, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Let's see, 141. That is Spearpoint Oread. First strike, bestow, enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has first strike. Voyaging Satyr, tap, untap target land. Let's see, we've seen this one a number of times. I still don't remember its name. Scourge Mark. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0. This is Flame Wheel deal something. Flamecast Wheel. Tap, sacrifice it, deal 3 damage to target creature. Hero's Torment? Or Tormented Hero. Let's see, 108. Tormented Hero, yeah, that's right. It enters the battlefield tapped. As heroic, each opponent loses a life, and you gain life equal to the life lost this way. Let's see, 93. Keepsake Gorgon. Death Touch, Monstrosity 1. When it becomes monstrous, destroy target non-Gorgon creature an opponent controls. Hey, we got this guy before. 196. So we got the same. Metamai the Ageless. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, take an extra turn after this one. And it can't attack during extra turns. It's a 4/4 flyer. We got a double mythic pack. The foil mythic. That's Erebos, God of the Dead. Indestructible, it's... Yeah, what? 85. Very nice. Yeah, Erebos, God of the Dead, indestructible. As long as your devotion to black is less than 5, it isn't a creature. Your opponents can't gain life. 1 in a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. Very nice. Oh, that is fantastic. Double mythic pack. And then a forest. Alright. Then a magic ad in French. Very nice. In fact, we're going to put that in a sleeve. Go ahead and put that in a perfect fit. That's beautiful. Alright, Spanish Theros. Apologies if I'm a little lower energy than normal. It's been a very long day. And I'm recording this at almost 2 a.m. Alright, 94. Is Lash of the Whip. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Instant. 130. Minotaur Skull Cleaver. Haste. When it enters the battlefield, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Let's see, 5. That is chosen by Heliod. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +0/+2. That's Memnotic Wall. Defender, when it comes into play, return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Actually, just remember that card. Let's see, 72. That is Vaporken. Can only block creatures with flying, and it has flying. It's a 2/1 flyer for 2. I know this is the one that when it has heroic, when it's targeted by a spell you control, you gain 2 life. Name of the card is Setessan Battle Priest. Baleful Eidolon. It has Death Touch and Bestow for 5. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 1, and Death Touch. Let's see, 34. Traveling Philosopher. Just a vanilla 2/2 for 2. 46. Two-Headed Cerberus. Double strike. That's it. Just double strike 1/2 for 3. Aqueous Form. Enchanted creature is unblockable when it attacks. Scry 1. Let's see. 142. Stone Shock Giant. Monstrosity 3. When it becomes monstrous, creatures without flying your opponent's control can't block this turn. The lights are just in a weird way today. Not sure what's going on here. 83. We have Dark Betrayal, destroy target black creature. Instant. 62. That is Sealock Monster. Can't attack unless defending player controls an island. Monstrosity 3. When it becomes monstrous, target land becomes an island in addition to its other types. Cool. Let's see, 120. It is Ember Swallower. Monstrosity 3 for 7. When it becomes monstrous, each player sacrifices 3 lands. Okay. That's a thing. Bosque. It's apparently Spanish for forest. We have an ad card. Very cool. And last but not least, Chinese Theros. Alright, 125. It's Ill-Tempered Cyclops, Monstrosity 3, and Trample. 61 is Leaf Crown Dryad. Reach, Bestow for 4, enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has reach. 84. It's Disciple of Phoenix. When it comes into play, target player reveals a number of cards equal to your devotion to black. You choose one, that player discards that card. 27. Ray of Disillusion. Destroy target enchantment, you gain 3 life. 134. That is Priest of Ironis. 3 and a white, sacrifice it, destroy target enchantment. This is exile target enchantment. Fade into Antiquity, exile target enchantment. Might be artifact or enchantment. 103. This is Return to Centaur. When it enters the battlefield, target player melts 4 cards. Yep. 50, that is Griptide. Target creature on top of its owner's library. It's Commune with the Gods. Let's see, yep. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature or enchantment from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. Let's see, 19. That is Hopeful Eidolon. Lifelink, Bestow, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. It's Chronicler of Heroes. When it comes into play, if you control another creature with a +1/+1 counter on it, draw a card. Let's see, 151. I don't think we've gotten one of these yet. Artisan Sorrow. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Scry 2. 16. That is Coordinated Assault. Up to 2 target creatures each gain +1/+0 and gain first strike until end of turn. That's actually kind of a good one. Let's see. 149. That is Enthusa, Cetessan Hero. Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, up to 3 target lands you control each become 2/2 warrior creatures until end of turn. They're still lands. Very cool. Then we have a forest and an ad card. Nice. Alright, now for Journey into Nyx. Japanese Journey into Nyx. Alright, we have an ad card. Mountain. Let's see, 74. We have King Makar, the Gold Cursed. Inspired. Whenever it becomes untapped, you may exile target creature. If you do, put a colorless artifact token named Gold onto the battlefield. It has sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Oh, it becomes untapped, not tapped. Wow. That's really strong. Why is it only 69 cents? Huh. Let's see, 55. That is Triton Cavalry. And this appears to be slightly misprinted. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, you may return target enchantment to its owner's hand. Okay. 72. That is Gnarled Scarhide. Can't block. Bestow 3 and a black. Enchanted creature gets +2/+1 and can't block. I don't know why I put that there. 86. Tormented Thoughts. As an additional cost to cast it, sacrifice a creature. Target player discards a card equal to the... Target player discards a number of cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Nice. Let's see, 97. That's Font of Ire. 3 in a red. Sacrifice it. It deals 3 damage to target player. It's an enchantment. 81. That is Rotted Hulk. It's vanilla 2/5. 41. Hubris. Turn target creature and all auras attached to it to its owner's hand. 95. That is Flamespeaker's Will. Enchant creature you control, it gets +1/+1. Whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Flamespeaker's Will. If you do, destroy target artifact. 133. Oakheart Dryads. Constellation. Whenever it or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. 90. Is Blade Tusk Boar. And has Intimidate. That's it. 30. We have Aerial Formation. Instant strive for 2 and a blue. Any number of target creatures each gain +1/+1 and gain flying until end of turn. 11. That is Font of Vigor. Enchantment for 2, 2 and a white. Sacrifice it, you gain 7 life. No 9. That is Rouse the Mob. As Strive for 2 and a red. Any number of target creatures each get +2/+0 and gain Trample until end of turn. We have 53. It is Thassa's Devourer. When it or another enchantment constellation, when it or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Very cool. Alright, now on to M15. We have Research Assistant, 3 and a blue, tap, loot. Oresco Swiftclaw, the vanilla 3/1. Krenko's Enforcer, it has Intimidate. Coral Barrier, Defender. I know it creates a squid token. I think it's when it comes into play. Let's see, 49. Coral Barrier. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 blue squid creature token and with Island Walk onto the battlefield. That's it. Spirits triplets. 3 spirits or triplet spirits. It has Convoke. It's a it's a sorcery. And you create 3 1/1 flying white spirit tokens. Divination. It's Divination, apparently. Draw 2 cards. Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life. Let's see, 199. Shaman of Spring. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Is it Victim of the Night? 2/2 lifelink. Or Child of the Night. Child of the Night. Titanic Growth. And that's target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Let's see. 132. That is Broodkeeper. Whenever an aura becomes attached to it, put a 2/2 red dragon creature token with flying into play, and it has red. This creature gets +1/+0. So put a flying, fire-breathing creature into play. I know this gives double strike. What it's actually called, though, I don't remember. Battle Mastery. Enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has double strike. Yep. Let's see, 195. This is Restock. Return 2 target cards from your graveyard to your hand. Exile Restock. Ooh. I like the art on that one. 36. A Spectral Ward. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from all colors. This doesn't remove auras. This effect doesn't remove auras. It can't be blocked, targeted, or dealt damage by anything that's white, blue, black, red, or green. Very cool. Then we have Swamp and an ad card. Alright, Chinese M15. Oppressive Rays. Enchanted creature can't attack or block unless its controller pays 3. Activated abilities of enchanted creature cost 3 more to activate. What is that, Flame Wall? 167, Wall of Fire. It gets for red, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and it has Defender. It's something Welkin. 84, Welkin turn. Flying, can only block creatures with flying. 98. It is Flesh to Dust. Destroy target creature, it can't be regenerated as an instant. It's Plummet, destroy target creature with flying. Raise the alarm, instant, create 2 1/1 white soldier tokens. Divination, sorcery, draw 2 cards. This is the vanilla, well, it's not vanilla, it's has Convoke. It's just a 4/4 with Convoke. 239. Will Forged Golem. That's it. It's Scrapyard Mutt. $160. Scrapyard Mongrel. As long as you control an artifact, it gets +2/+0 and has Trample. We have Selfless Cathar. 1 and a white, sacrifice it. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. 158. Paragon of Fierce Defiance. Other red creatures you control get +1/+1. Red and tap it. Another target red creature gains haste until end of turn. This is the one that reanimates with Convoke. 94. Endless Obedience. Convoke. Target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. 226. It's interesting that there's a skull on this. Normally they censor that in China. Profane Memento. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you gain 1 life. Ooh. Let's see, 93. Cruel Sadist. Black and tap, pay 1 life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. 2 and a black, tap, remove X +1/+1 counters from it. It deals X damage to target creature. Okay, that's interesting. We have a mountain. And an ad card. Alright, Chinese M15, number 2. Hopefully this video will be under an hour. Looks like we have a soldier token from that one. Lava Axe, deal 5 damage to target player. 39. That is Tireless Missionaries. When it enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. 57. Glacial Crasher. Trample, can't attack unless there is a mountain on the battlefield. It's an interesting one. 36. It's Clear Path, destroy target creature with Defender. Titanic Growth, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. 88. Carrion Crow. Flying, enters the battlefield tapped. That is Radiant Fountain. As for colorless, when it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. That is Wandering Wayfarer? Or is it Satyr Wayfinder? Satyr Wayfinder, that's it. When it comes into play, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You can put a land into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. 198. Satyr Wayfinder, yep. Yep, that's it. That's exactly it. Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life. 197. That is Runeclaw Bear, just vanilla 2/2. 87. That is Bloodhost. 1 of black, sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and you gain 2 life. The Shrapnel Blast, sacrifice a creature or sacrifice an artifact as an additional cost to paying this. Instant, deal 5 damage to target creature or player. Dissipate, counter target spell. Its controller puts it into, or if it is countered this way, put it into exile instead of its controller's graveyard. 25. Fifth, Preeminent Captain. First strike. It's a Kithkin soldier with first strike. Whenever it attacks, you may put a soldier creature card from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Very nice. And 8 planes. Alright, on to Eldritch Moon. This is Korean Eldritch Moon. We've had a lot of good hits with this. 150, Backwoods Survivalists. Delirium, it has +1/+1 and trample as long as there's 4 more kinds in your graveyard. Let's see, 76. I know this, I recognize this as a card that I played pretty often. Take inventory, draw a card, then draw cards equal to the number of cards named Take Inventory in your graveyard. 66. Ingenious Scob. Prowess. And then also has blue. Ingenious Scob gets +1/-1 until end of turn. You know, you'd think I'd remember these. Raven Foulbloods. Delirium gets +1/+1 and has Menace. Wolfkin Bond. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf token. Let's see, 145. Stencia Innkeeper. This is the one that locks down a land. Yep. When it enters the battlefield, target land and opponent control. Tap target land and opponent controls. That land doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Let's see, 31. Ironclad Slayer. When it enters the battlefield, you return an aura or equipment from your graveyard to your hand. 78. Turn aside. Counter target permanent that targets this, or counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. That is Alchemist Greeting. Deal 4 damage to target creature, and it has Madness 1 and a red. 119. Blood Mist. At the beginning of combat, it's an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. Wow. Forgot how good that was. 102. Rise from the Grave. Put target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. handwear something, I think. It's when it attacks, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. And 61. That is Hamlet Captain. That's it. Is that Imprison in the Moon? 51. Coax from the Blind Eternities. You choose an Eldrazi card you own from outside the game or in exile. Reveal that card and put it into your hand. Very nice. 75. It's Uvenwald Captive. It becomes Uvenwald Abomination. Defender, tap to add a green, transform for 7. When it transforms, you have tap, add double colorless to your mana pool. Flip card, and a wolf token. Very nice. Alright. This looks like another Korean Eldritch Moon. Yeah, this is the first double Korean Eldritch Moon bundle, or grab bag we've had. They've largely been pretty consistent. This is neat to see another one. 81, especially since I really like Korean cards. Boon of Emrakul. Enchanted creature gets +3/-3. 77. Fettered Haunter. Flying, can only block creatures with flying. Wolfkin Bond. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf token. 104. Skirk's Dag Supplicant. Black and tap, discard a card, each player loses 2 life. Let's see, 58 is Enlightened Maniac. When it enters the battlefield, put a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature token onto the battlefield. 27. Falkenrath Reaver. Just vanilla 2/2. 44. That is Steadfast Cathar. When it attacks, it gets +0/+2 until end of turn. It's Convolute. Counter target spell unless controller pays 4. 27. We have Geist of the Lonely Vale. Defender, Flyer. When you have Delirium, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Remember, we played the heck out of this card. 133, Incendiary Flow. 3 damage to target creature or player. If creature dealt damage this way would die. This turn, exile it instead. Abundant Maw. Emerge for 6 and a black. Whenever you cast it, target opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. 65. This is Imprisoned in the Moon. Enchant creature, land, or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent, it's a colorless land with tap. Add a colorless to your mana pool. And loses all other card types and abilities. 63, we have Grizzled Angler. Tap, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then if there is a colorless creature in your graveyard, transform it. Then it becomes Eldrazi Fish with 6 creatures your opponents control attack this turn if able. Now we have Hanwar Garrison. Very nice. Whenever it attacks, create 2 +1/+1 soldier tokens tapped and attacking with it. This melds. We actually have the land that melds with this, so that's really cool. Very nice. So we got a double rare pack, we got our flip card, and a zombie token. Alright, now for German. Eldritch Moon. We have Hour of Devastation and a regular Ixalan, which we have not opened a regular Ixalan in a while. And double rivals, for the most part. Alright, it's the Foul Blood thing. 108. Raven Foul Bloods. +1/+1 a menace as long as you have Delirium. It's the flyer that can only block other flyers. Cathara's Shield, equipped creature gets +3, or +0/+3 and has something. Let's see, 90, 92, 192. Cathara's Shield. Vigilance. Equipped creature gets +3/+0, or +0/+3 and has Vigilance. It's used in Cheerios. Skirk's Dag Supplicant. Black and tap. Discard a card. Each player loses 2 life. Let's see, 25. Faithbearer Paladin. Lifelink. Wolfkin Bond. When it comes into play, create a 2/2 green wolf token. Equipped creature gets, or enchanted creature gets +2/+2. 173 is Swift Spinner. It has Flash and Reach. 138 is Otherworldly Outburst. Instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When that creature dies this turn, create a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi or creature token. It's a Luminarch Mantle. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and 1 discard a card to gain flying until end of turn. Let's see, 174. We have Tangleclaw Werewolf. Block an additional creature each combat. 6 and a green, transform it. Becomes Fibrous Entangler. Vigilance, it must be blocked to Fable, and then it can block an additional creature each combat. Liliana's Elite. Let's see, is that... Yep, Liliana's Elite. The name is the same. It gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Let's see, 34. It is Long Road Home. Exile target creature at the beginning of the next end step. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. The same as Journey to Nowhere. Let's see, 9. That is Lashweed Lurker. Emerge 5 green-blue. When you cast it, you may put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. And this is Mausoleum Wanderer, which oddly enough has the same name, just no space. This is 69. Nice. Flying. Whenever another spirit enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Mausoleum Wanderer gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Sacrifice Mausoleum Wanderer. Counter target instant or sorcery spell. Oh, this is controller pays X, where X is Mausoleum Wanderer's power. Very nice. The flip card, and then we have a Reach Spider token. Alright, now Hour of Devastation. This is Japanese Hour of Devastation. We have an Eternalized token. Mountain. Foil Scarab God. That is a card that I recognize. Can't tell you everything that is on it. But that is our second foil, and that's Orchestra's Last Stand. That is our second foil mythic in this grab bag. Very nice. So, 145. It's been long enough I don't remember everything that is on this card. The Scarab got $24. Nice. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life, and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. 2, blue and a black, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. When Scarab God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. And we got a foil Japanese one. Very nice. Alright, 18. It's Orchestra's Last Stand. I'm almost 100% certain of it. Orchestra's Last Mercy. Okay. Your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Very nice. 166. Sunset Pyramid. Enters the battlefield with 3 brick counters on it. 2 and tap. Remove a brick counter from it. Draw a card. 2 and tap. Scry 1. 28. Vizier of the True. You may exert it as it attacks. Whenever you exert a creature, tap target creature an opponent controls. Let's see, 150. This is Claim to Fame. Turn target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then Fame is target creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Let's see, this is the Cycling Desert. 173, Desert of the Mindful. Enters the battlefield, tap for a blue. Cycling 1 and a blue, and it is a desert. This is Whirlwind Denial. Pretty sure 32. Countervailing Winds. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Cycling 2. It's Wretched Camel. When it dies, target player discards a card. 111. Beneath the Sands. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Cycling 2. 28. That is Rampaging Hippo. Trample. Cycling 2. It's 5/6. This is Cycling for a black. 69. Nice. Lurching Rot Beast. Just cycling for a black. That's it. 23. That is Solitary Camel. Has lifelink as long as you control a desert or there's a desert in your graveyard. 93. Frontline Devastator. Flick 2. For 1 in a red, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That is the Firebrand Archer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Very nice. Fantastic pack. Alright, and now for the one that we haven't seen very much, we have Ixalan, and this is French Ixalan. I think we've only had 1 or 2 Ixalan packs so far. Hope we get Search for Ascanta. Oh, this is a good one, and I can't remember the name of it. 96. Costly Plunder. As an additional cost to cast it, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards. Instant. 38. We have Slash of Talons. 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. $200 is Pounce. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't. 68. Pirate's Prize. Draw 2 cards, create a colorless treasure token with tap. Hey, it's a treasure token. We all know what treasure tokens are by now. Draw 2 cards, create a treasure token. 134. We have Brazen Buccaneers. Haste. When it enters the battlefield, it explores. $112. March of the Drowned. Choose one. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand, or return 2 target pirate cards from your graveyard to your hand. 148. Hijack. Gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. 186. We have Deeproot Warrior. Whenever it becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Let's see, 32. We have Ritual of Rejuvenation. Instant. You gain 4 life, draw a card. 259. We have Unknown Shores. Tap, add a colorless. 1 and tap, add 1 of any color. This is Vampire Conquistador. Whenever it attacks, target player loses a life, or defending player loses a life. Let's see, 128. Vicious Conquistador. Whenever it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. Let's see, 237. That is Elaborate Fire Cannon. It doesn't untap during your untap step. For untap it, deals 2 damage to target creature or player. At the beginning of your untap step, you may discard a card. If you do, untap it. Let's see, 70. River Sneak. Can't be blocked. Whenever another merfolk enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Admiral Beckett Brass. That is the 3rd mythic, at least, that we've pulled. Yep, Admiral Beckett Brass. Other pirates you control get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who has dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn. Very cool. And that one's $1. Okay. Still cool. And we have a Tresor. Alright. Well, that was an exciting set. I may be exhausted, but that was still 3 3 really cool mythics that we got. Actually, we got more than 3 mythics because we had a double mythic pack. So we've had at least 4 mythics in this set of packs, which is not bad. Very good, actually. Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. It is the best way to help the channel at no cost to you. So if you like what we're doing, please support the channel. If you'd like to support the channel in a monetary fashion, we do have a Patreon. It is linked in our About page. It gives you access to our Discord and a whole bunch of other really cool perks. So yeah, it's always an option. And beyond that, until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.